We begin with news of some questionable practices in the region. The Central Interior Logging Association says a disturbing new trend is developing on the highways. It says too many log haulers are crossing the scales overweight, and it's not just a safety issue.
It's the busy season for log haulers, but too many trucks are coming into the city through the weigh scales substantially over the legal axle weight. The legal limit is 63,500 kilograms. Some trucks are coming through at 70,000 kilograms.
We've come out through some tough times, and now that there's wood needed and the demand for lumber is there and the mills are going to pay for it, they're going to go for it. And so part of it is that we've moved back into some green wood. It used to be you could load those trucks to the gunnels, literally, and not get your legal axle weight. Now if you do that, you're going to be way over if you're into the green wood. So it's a combination of factors.
It's not isolated to Red Rock either. Marianne Arcand says she's been told 85% of the trucks in BC were overweight last winter. It's an issue for the RCMP, who work with the Commercial Vehicle Safety Enforcement Branch.
Those are very large vehicles to start with, and when they're involved in a crash, even if they are obeying the rules and they're under the legal limits of weight and height, they still can create carnage and a lot more death and injury if they're involved in crashes, whether it's their fault or not. So there are regulations and rules that govern the truckers that they have to abide by.
But there's another impact beyond the safety of the motoring public.
It's not an imminent safety risk that people should be afraid of driving around logging trucks, okay? That part of it isn't, it's more of a risk to the driver if something goes wrong with that truck. However, you know, the damage to the infrastructure and our bridges and the roads, and both of those are CVSE's mandates. It's to protect the safety of the drivers, but also to protect the infrastructure, which is why we have breakup and those kind of things.
Fines are issued to offending drivers on a sliding scale. The greater the overweight load, the higher the fines. However, depending on how much the mill is willing to pay for the wood, the fine may be considered the cost of doing business. But Corporal Madonna Saunderson says there are other repercussions.
When we work in conjunction with the CVSE officers, we have been in projects and enforcement actions where we've actually made trucks become legal by offloading logs, having another truck come and take the excess logs, or basically you're not leaving the scales till you are legal.
The provincial government is working on an overweight program, but the work is slow going. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.